Hello my loving Tiffany Thinks family, welcome back to another Tea with Tiffany Thinks on a Tuesday. I'm actually not drinking tea. I actually made myself warm water with lemon. Lemon has really been helping when I feel a bit, when I feel like I need to vomit, or the smell of lemon and the taste of lemon has really been helping. So instead of tea, instead of peppermint tea or green tea or just English breakfast tea, I just thought I'll start the morning with lemon water. It's a Tuesday, and last week when I filmed my Tea with Tiffany Thinks video, if you haven't watched it, I'll leave it linked below. I said I would film another one because I got so many questions on Instagram and on YouTube, and I saved everything on my phone and my bullet journal, so I thought I should do another one today. And it's good because it's given me a reason to get out of bed, and it just means that today I'll be busy editing and I'll get this video out for 6 o'clock, which is good. It just keeps my mind occupied. I think yesterday I had such a snoozy down day. I didn't want to leave the house. I was just... So it's nice that I get to kind of wake up and do this and talk to you, and it starts me off, it starts the day off right for me. So I'm also very cozy. I don't know if you can kind of see, my legs up. I've got this dining table chair. I thought if I feel cozy, I'm going to want to talk. So let me know what you're up to. Last week, someone told me you were watching or listening to this when you were in the bathroom, and that made me laugh so much. So let me know what you're up to whilst you're watching or listening to this. And get yourself a nice hot drink, because I do feel like it's going to be a long one. I'm going to yap. I've been so quiet all of yesterday because my darling was at work, I was busy, and I just want to have a little chit chat. Right, let's put this down there. Let's go. So I wrote down some questions in my bullet journal, just the ones that kept coming up again and again. I just thought, let me write it down so that I can definitely answer them in this video. If you have any more questions for me, please leave it here. It just gives me ideas on what I can talk about in the Tea with Tiffany Thinks videos. When I started this, it was meant to be kind of my journey, how I got diagnosed, and just kind of me sitting and talking. But now I feel I'm going to change it up and just make it as a question video. I won't do it every Tuesday because some days I might not want to get out of bed, and I just might not want to talk, and so it's not going to be every Tuesday, but I'll try and do it as much as possible. And it's good for me to have a place that I can come and open up and answer your questions. I don't know, I think that might be helpful for someone, or if you know someone that's going through something similar. So yeah, okay. How was the first chemo, and what was the worst side effect so far? So first chemo was honestly a shock. I didn't expect to feel so unwell so quickly. I had this really bloated feeling in my tummy. It was so much pain. And also, if you're going through a chemo or you're going to start chemo, please don't worry, because everyone's body reacts differently. And I know sometimes I come on here and I'm like, oh my goodness, this is bad and that's bad, and I say this and that, and I don't want you to worry because you might react completely different. I'm kind of just telling you kind of what I'm going through, because if it happens to you, then you know, right, okay, it's kind of what Tiffany went through or what I was talking about. So please don't worry, just remember that everyone's body is different and chemo reacts differently to other people. So the chemo that I'm on at the moment is meant to give me really watery stools, but I have a stoma, so I'm not getting that yet. So just, yeah, be aware, everyone's body is different. I'm just kind of telling you kind of my experience. But yeah, I had a really bad, sore, bloated tummy. The worst aftertaste, a lot of nausea, and it's weird because in the same breath I was really hungry. I got really hungry because because they gave me steroids, right? So I would want to eat, but then the things that I was craving was kind of like salty pizza or salty ready salted crisps. So I just wanted a lot of salt. So that didn't really help my tummy situation. So I'm going to try, and if I get a craving, even if I have salty crisps. I'm going to try and balance it out with a juice, or, you know, so I need to be better. It was so nice to have Amma and Matt as well in the first chemo session. The time, it was a long time, but it felt quicker because we were just talking and we were just, I didn't use anything from, you know, when I packed my bag, I actually didn't use anything because my vision went so blurry. I just kind of shut my eyes and was just listening to Amma and Matt just yap, 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 which was exactly what I needed. And it wasn't a busy time. So the area that we were in, it was quite quiet. So I think that's why I was allowed to have both people. So yeah, that was kind of the first session. I'm hoping going forward, I know so many of you told me your first one was the worst, and then going forward it got better, but then there's some of you that said, no, it just keeps getting worse. So I'm kind of lowering my expectations, and we'll just see, take it each day as it comes. Matt was saying this morning not to kind of force myself to kind of get out of bed and just to listen to my body and just take it easy. So that was great advice from him this morning, because as soon as he got up, I was thinking, right, I'll get up and get on with the day, and, you know, but instead I just had a bit of a lie-in and just got up when I wanted to get up. So I think that's important, listening to what I need to do right now. It is till December. I think the chemo kind of regime is till December. So I need to take these kind of days, I just need to listen to my body essentially, and put no pressure on anything. And that's kind of what I need to tell myself, because yesterday I didn't even want to go for a walk. I did force myself because I was worried about blood clots. So I did force myself to do a 5-minute walk, but then I went down the road and just turned back around and I thought, I can't do any more. So I need to kind of be better and not putting pressure on myself. I don't know if you know this about me, but I'm very much, I like to get things done, and I know right now with what's going on in my life, nothing is as important as my health. So that's something Matt really emphasized this morning. He said, just make sure you rest, and that's kind of what I am going to do and what I have been doing. Are you going to have a small wedding before chemotherapy starts? No, just because it's just, no, chemo has started and we're not kind of doing any wedding plans. And it's weird because if you watched my videos before I was getting my results, I kept saying I'm not planning any wedding bits or bobs, I'm not doing anything until I get clear results. A part of me, I don't know why, I think I had a gut feeling, you know when your gut tells you, you know, just slow down, and I had that. So we had so many celebrations with the engagement, and then my friends got me these kind of wedding planners and diaries and to-do lists and do this and do that, and I always said I'm going to wait for when my scans are clear, only because it's a special moment for Matt and I want to feel good. I don't want to feel like this, you know, I don't want to feel tired. I know none of that matters, because essentially it's us and God, and it is something we will do, but right now every day has been unpredictable, and I can't even plan anything so far in advance. So right now things are on hold, but as soon as I'm better, it is going to be something we plan so quickly. It won't be something we wait years and years. As soon as I'm better, this is what we kind of discussed, we will do it so quick, you know, and it will be an exciting time for us, for our families, and it's such it will be such an important day, because we're both Catholic and we want to get married in a church. So we will do it. Everyone's timeline is different, and I know so many people are just like, just do it, just do it, just do it. And for me, right now, I need to kind of be able to just even walk 5 minutes and not feel tired. So my priority now is giving my health my number one, and I will get there. We will get there. It's just not right now, not this year. what's Matt's best dish he makes you? So I am so lucky because Matt loves to cook. He loves experimenting. He makes food that I just love. So his favorite, I can't pick one because he makes so much. He makes the best potatoes, best pasta sauce, best chicken burgers. I can list you. Best sweet potato wedges. He makes the best pie, chicken and leek pie. He makes, oh, unreal. I'm actually craving that now. Just really cozy food. He makes really hearty, homey foods, and I love that, honestly. Anything else he makes that I love? His scrambled eggs. I know it sounds a bit basic, but he just makes it so yummy. I think I just love everything he makes. It's just, he makes it, I've said this before, but he really takes time with what he makes, and he tastes. And you know, when I cook, I'm very much put everything together, right, dish is done, eat, you know? Whereas when he makes food, it's very much, he spends time, he researches it, he knows what flavors go well together, and he knows what I like as well. He'll say, oh Tiffany, you won't like this because this is a bit too spicy, or you won't like this because it's a bit too... So he kind of knows my palate, which is incredible. I guess over the years, he kind of knows. So yeah, I'm very lucky because he really enjoys it, and I end up getting really yummy food. You're kind of a bit far away because I just set up the tripod today, and I thought I'll just sit in this cozy corner. So sorry if I was a bit blurry. Am I excited for Christmas? Yes, I am very excited, but in the same breath, I know it's kind of a scary time. I don't know if my PET scan results, I don't know if my scans will be in December or January, so I am a little bit scared, but I'm trying not to think about scans and results. Hopefully it will be in the new year so that we can really enjoy Christmas, but we just don't know. But most of me is very excited for Christmas because it's my favorite time of the year. I don't know how I'm going to feel because by that time I would have had loads of chemo sessions, and I don't know how I'm going to feel in myself. So, but overall, super excited. You know what I'm like, Christmas movies, Christmas food, family events, friends. I'm still going to do as much as I possibly can. I don't know, Secret Santa, I'm going to try, and I still want to enjoy my favourite time of the year, you know, so but we don't need to think about that. We're still in October, so we still have a bit of time to see. Nothing's in the diary yet, you know, so last year we had a few kind of things booked. We went with our friends to Cotswolds, we went to Bath, but this time nothing is booked, so let's just take it each day as it comes so that I don't get disappointed. That's the thing, you know, even with the wedding and planning, and I think if I had planned and had things booked in, or you know, I think it would have broken me. It would have made me so upset, not just for me but for Matt as well, because we would have both been really excited, and you know, and then it's kind of good not to plan too far in advance so that you can't really get disappointed. Even though I am like inside really upset about everything, it's just one of those things, you know. What book are you currently reading? At the moment, this book is quite slow. I'm reading in a thousand different ways. I'm someone that if I start a book and it's slow, I take my time with it, but I know today and tomorrow I'm just going to sit and read this because I kind of want it to be done. I don't want to give up on it because I always feel there has to be, it might get better, so give it a chance. So I'm not going to give up on it. If you follow my Tiffany Thinks Book Club page on Instagram, I'll write a little review to tell you how I got on with it in the end. I'm hoping it gets better. There's a lot at the beginning. Kind of, what page am I at? Right now I'm at 131, so I have really I'm in the middle of it, but I'm still not excited by it. But you'll get a proper review in a couple of days. What do you write in your bullet journal? I get this a lot. I get this a lot. In your bullet journal, right, the beauty of a bullet journal is that you can write anything you want. You don't have, there's no structure, there's no rules. I personally write to-do lists, I write how I'm feeling, I write down my medication, I write down books I want to read. I don't write things such as passwords or bank details. I don't write any of that in here just because if you lose it, you don't want your book to go to the wrong person and they pick it up, and you know, so if you get a bullet journal, just be careful. Write down things that you, if you're at school, write down your timetable. If you're at work, write down your work timetable. That's kind of what I was doing in here. I write down my day-to-day plan. I write down Christmas gift ideas, birthdays, anything you want. So the bullet journal, each page is empty, so you get little bullet, you get it's basically a dotted journal, and you can do whatever you like. And it's nice because one month you might want to document how much water you're drinking, but then the second month, let's say in November, I want to document how many juices I'm drinking and if ginger helps. And so many of you told me, because I said I am loving lemonade, so many of you told me to try ginger biscuits, so I need to try that for the nausea as well. Yeah, so you can do whatever you like, there's no rules, and some people love it, some people don't, because it does take up time kind of filling things in, but I like that every month is different. So for me it has really helped, and it's one of those things I think I will continue. I did try diaries, I had a work diary as well, so separate to here, but then majority of my bits are in here, and I kept my work diary for invoices and accounts and things like that, so I kind of had it separate, but you can kind of see how you get on. With your first bullet journal, maybe don't spend too much money on it, and just see if you like it, and if you like it then maybe you can for the second year. I feel like before I used to spend a lot on my bullet journal, but now I don't think anyways, and I feel like I get a lot of use out of it, so I always kind of justify, you know, girl math, I always think, you know what, I've got my money back because I use it nearly every single day. So tips for someone starting radiotherapy. I would say, so I had pelvic, you know, my pelvic area was what was targeted with radiotherapy, so it was very, for me, you know, when I had chemo first and then radiotherapy after, for me chemo was okay in comparison to radiotherapy. Radiotherapy was every single day and it caused a lot of bleeding and I was in severe pain. Again, take my experience as a pinch of salt because you might not have the same side effects as me, but I really struggled walking, the blood, mucus, it was horrible, it was awful, and I didn't want to get up. This might be a bit TMI, but I feel like my channel is it's a whole TMI, isn't it? So I felt when I was having radiotherapy, whenever I would walk, I would wear a massive pad as well, just because anytime I would walk to go to the bathroom, or I would get clots of blood coming out, and it, honestly, I can't even explain how that made me feel, just seeing that. And oh, I would have talked about it in my old videos anyways. So radiotherapy for me was very difficult, and I was so glad when it was over. Honestly, it was intense, but I guess it's because I had chemo and radiotherapy all kind of all in one go. So yeah, any tips, just everyone's body is different, have no expectations, and it might be okay for you, and just kind of take each day as it comes and try and rest up and drink lots of water, and ask your doctors as well, because your radiotherapy might be targeting somewhere else, so you need to know what the general side effects that other people were having. So always speak to your doctors. Just kind of, I know it's really hard, but tell your mind that you are going to overcome it. So they might tell you it's 2 weeks or 2 months. So just know you will overcome it, and you just need to go through that rough patch. But it's not an easy time. It really isn't easy. None of this is easy. It's tough because your mind is what kind of makes you feel a lot. You know, it's hard because you go on social media and you see things and you think, oh, you know, so it is tough. The only thing I would say is everyone has their own battles, and this is just something that you're having to go through. And don't try and compare your lives to anyone else's lives, because no one's life is perfect. We all have something going on, and the minute you try and compare your life to someone else's, it takes your happiness away completely. So my advice is don't allow anyone or anything, or if you see something, to steal your happiness away from you, because you're still you. No matter what's going on, you're still you, and there's aspects in your life that are really, really good, and you just need to hold on to that, whether it's your cozy bed or your partner, your mum, your best friend, your neighbour. There's always someone or something that you can hold on to, and that's your kind of your cozy blanket. Even if it's kind of hard to kind of do that. I know, because yesterday I had a moment where I thought, but then today I realised, you know, another thing Matt and I have been doing is in the night we pray together, and that, sorry, my camera shut off. In the night we say a prayer together, and that instantly makes my heart so happy, especially before bed. We hold each other's hands and we say a little prayer, and we take turns. So if I do one night, he'll do the next night, and that has honestly given me peace, and I think it has helped him as well, just to help us kind of go to sleep and just remember God before we close our eyes. So finding little comforts like that is good. I also kind of screen grabbed all the questions that you had on Instagram, so I will kind of go through that too. I will do a couple more because I want to get this video out for you today because it's Tuesday, and it's a tea with Tiffany thinks on a Tuesday. This is what I mean. I put a lot of pressure on myself, but I'm going to be cozy. I'm going to actually get back into bed and just edit in bed. What will you tell your niece and nephew about things coming up like hair loss? So my niece is very, very young, so she doesn't really know what's going on, and I'm still me when I see her. I'm very much me around the kids. I don't show them anything. I don't show them if I'm in pain, or I just kind of I try and be as me as much as possible, and if I'm not well I won't see them because I don't want them to see me not well, because for them I'm their auntie and I try and be as fun as possible for them, and I spoil them, and they're just angels. They're just angels. And my nephew, however, he is now, when I was going through the process before, when I was diagnosed, he was very, very young. So I would say, oh, Chitti means auntie in Tamil. It means mum's sister. I would say, Chitti's not well, I have to go to the doctors, and he never really asked too much. Whereas now, if he's on FaceTime or if he sees me, I kind of explain a bit more, and my sister does the same as well. So we're both kind of telling him bits and bobs, and not too much where he's hurt. I don't want him to be hurt. We tell him enough where he understands what's going on. He now knows the word cancer. So, oh my goodness, I don't want to get my it's actually crazy talking out about him because both my nephew and my niece are, oh my goodness. I know for him, it must be a roller coaster for him as well, because I will be fine one moment and the next moment I'm back at the hospital and then I'm okay again. And I guess it's something that he will kind of call me and FaceTime me, and he'll see me in bed And he'll say, Chitty, why are you still in bed? And I'll say, oh, I'm very tired today. So he is more curious, and I am trying to be honest with him as much as I can. And my sister and my brother-in-law talk to him too, and my mum, and he asks them. So whenever we wear the We Got This t-shirts or jumpers, or my sister wears it, he will ask, right, if my mum wears it going to see them, he'll say, did you go to the hospital? Or is Chitty okay? So his children are very, very smart. You know, they pick up on things so quickly. And so I don't want to hide things from him. And kind of that's where I am. With my hair loss, I did tell him I am going to lose my hair. And he just said, will it grow back? I said, yes. So, you know, it's just one of those things that we as a family will get through. You know, it's tough on children. I can't imagine, and I know so many mums are on here, mums and dads that are on here, and you tell me you have 3 children, or you've got 2 kids or 5 kids, and my heart, I don't know how you get through it. You honestly are super parent, super mum, super dad, because it must be so hard trying to tell your child things, and you're trying to protect them. It is a lot on a family, especially young children. So my heart goes out to you if you're going through a rough time and you've got little ones. Honestly, lots of love and prayers to you and to your family, because it is awful. It's awful. But it also gives you that strength, because you have to go on. You can't give up, because there's people that need you, so you have to get through your hurdles for them as well as yourself. I know I always say, oh, for my family, my friends and Matt, but it's for yourself as well. You need to do the hard bits in life. Will you and Matt be moving back to your other home? Right now, so I can't tell you how I'm going to feel in the future. Right now, not yet. Just because where I am walking and where we live right now, I am able to walk around, and there's a lot of kind of forest areas, a lot of greenery, so it's good for my body to get out. My other home, it's kind of in a busy location. If I want to walk, I need to drive to a park. So right now, no, I don't think so, but I don't know. I can't tell you what the future holds. I don't know how I'm going to feel. I don't know what the treatment plan is after chemo, if it's surgery, if I need to be closer to the hospital. So it's a few aspects, but right now I'm so happy. I've made this place really cozy, and I don't want to leave, you know. Everything's out of my control at the moment, but right now I can control being here. I'm now going to make myself a little toast, and I'm going to take my anti-sickness. I am going to take this today because I feel, before I eat food, I'm going to take that and then have a bit of toast. Thank you all so much for allowing me to come here and talk to you and answer your questions, and you just allow me to kind of get out of bed. And I know it sounds really odd, especially if you don't make YouTube videos, but this has given me something to do today. So I really, really appreciate all your questions. I still have loads that I will go through. Leave them down below as well if you have anything that you think I should answer, and I will go through those. But no pressure. It's not going to be every Tuesday, but I will try and do this as much as I can. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more, please subscribe and join my Loving Tiffany Thinks family. We're growing every single day. My Instagram, Facebook and TikTok is Tiffany Thinks, and my book club page is @Tiffany Thinks Book Club. I will see you on Thursday for another video. I'll see you then. Thank you for being here. Bye. I love you a lot, a lot, a lot.